It's like you get a second life, you know? So it was amazing. And there was probably a couple years where I was worried it would come back because so many Lyme patients do. I'm not scared it's gonna come back, even, if I have stress in my life or something that lowers my immune system, I know how to fix it. I know it should just come get a treatment and it's better. So it's like I'm free. It's like that part of my life is over. Hi, my name's Julie. I'm from Utah. I came down here to Sunridge Medical 4 years ago, and I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and Dr. Franco corrected the diagnosis and told me I had Lyme disease. Being a mom and having a chronic disease was really hard. There were so many things I wanted to do physically with my kids that I couldn't, and I was limited. I couldn't run. I couldn't do hardly anything with my hands. For 2 years, they'd been really bad. Couldn't throw a ball with my kids, couldn't zip up their coats, couldn't use a knife in the kitchen, just basic things that everybody needs to do. I couldn't do those things. Before coming here, I was chronically sick for about 4 years, going from doctor to doctor, and they told me I had rheumatoid arthritis, and anytime I would go in, they would pretty much just tell me to take more pain medication and that there wasn't a lot of hope, that this was just gonna get worse and I was gonna have to deal with a chronic disease that pretty much was taking my life away. They kept giving me just more pain medication, and that was, they said, the only option for managing my pain for the rest of my life. And the pain medication, half of the people died while being on the pain medication within 20 years. So I knew that the future didn't look very good. And when I came to Dr. Franco, it was completely different. The whole experience was completely different. He spent a ton of time talking to me and going through everything on my records, asking me lots of questions. And he said, I don't think you have rheumatoid arthritis. I think you have Lyme. And that was really different because so many doctors said, you have this is what you have, no question, this is how you have to treat it, there's no options, there's no hope. And Dr. Franco said, I think, you're diagnosed wrong. I think you have Lyme and we can treat it and you can get better. So I was down visiting my mom and I was really, really sick. And a friend of hers suggested that I come to Sunridge Medical. They'd heard about this great doctor down here, and I thought, well, I can try it and see. I was really excited and at the same time afraid that maybe this wasn't for real. Maybe all of the other doctors are right and I wasn't going to get better. So it took a lot to trust and believe that Dr. Franco was right and that I would get better. And everything he said was true. My life is totally changed. I have my life back, and I didn't have one before. When Dr. Franco told me I didn't have rheumatoid arthritis and I had Lyme, I was kind of taken back. I was like, all these doctors told me this is what I have, and he was so confident and so sure about it. So it was kind of hard to adjust to that this is what I have and this is how we can fix it and cure it. But even though it was totally different than what all the other doctors had told me, he could explain it in a way that made sense, that other doctors couldn't explain it and couldn't tell me why. He could tell me why and how to fix it. For years, my hands were the biggest problem. They caused me a ton of pain and I couldn't move them. I couldn't even set my hand down flat. Just all those little tiny daily activities that you do with your hands and you take for granted, I couldn't do them anymore. But one of the most exciting things was after my first treatment, I could move my hands, which I hadn't been able to move, and I could make them flat, and they were flexible. And I remember telling my mom how excited I was, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I've had one treatment and my hands are like better, and they have not been better for so long. So that was a really happy day. I got my life back. My kids got their mom back. I'm happy and healthy, and I can do everything with them. We go skiing, and we ride horses, we play in the yard. I feel great. I don't have that pain. And I sit and think often, like, even if you're having a bad day or something, like, it's nothing compared to the days where you had chronic pain all the time and were sick, and you can live life. And I'm so grateful to Dr. Franco, like, forever, because he gave me a second chance at life, and I get to be the mom I want to be. I get to do everything that I wanted to do.